try to knock this go. But I guarantee that you can never stop this flow. Thinking that you better than a veteran, I got the letter in the show, this just been the topic, bro. This is for the folks that roll with me. I'm finna put it down for the whole city. You ain't even gotta say I'm believing, but you can feel it in your body that I'm ready for the gold ticket. Now is the time, I gotta grind, I gotta give it my heart and my mind. I bet they all spark when I rhyme, cause I got my
in the corner, to my left, fighting out of Long Beach Island, New Jersey, weighing 195 pounds and holding a season record of 7 wins, 1 loss, and was ranked #1 in the hybrid division. He is the professional Rhett Titus. In the corner to my right, his opponents fighting out of a gated community inside a gated community inside a gated community in Great Falls, Virginia. He weighs in at 210 pounds, and he is your final premier fighter of the season, Logan Easton Laroux.
Alright, I know you guys are a little cranky and a little tired. I'll make short work so you guys can go home.
Wow.
The ever so confident Logan Easton Laroux.
Really?
But do you guys see what I'm saying? Look, I mean, Rhett always looks great. But you can tell this match means the world to him. Because even for Rhett Titus, that's the best shape I've ever seen him in. And that dude's been cut up, jacked, and chiseled for the last 20 years.
This means a lot to both these men. Let's start with Logan. Logan has felt, and I can't disagree with him having witnessed it, he is the best wrestler of a professional wrestling scene that has constantly crumbled around him. In the DMV of the last several years, there are 2 wrestlers that have been standouts, Trish Adora and Logan Easton Laroux. I have no doubt, and Logan has no doubt, he would be on national television. Rhett Titus almost taken away immediately if promotion stayed in business in that region long enough to get some prominence and for Logan to get some time and just the fame that he needs because he has all the talent. So he brought and basically propped up FIGHTT specifically to give himself a platform. This whole promotion, as much as Nana wanted to build something and Ernie wanted to build something, for Logan, it's all built to this moment where he gets to show the world that he is as good as he says he is. But with Rhett Titus, he's been the bridesmaid but never the bride. Pelly, you've seen that for so many years. He's been so close to being the guy. A second away there, Logan going for the fall, and Rhett Titus truly believes that FIGHTT Pro Wrestling is a place that believes in him, he believes in it, and for the first time ever, he can truly be the standard bearer of a company.
Well, that's what I had said going into this match, is Rhett needs to look in the mirror here beforehand and ask himself, is he finally going to be the man or not? Because, like I said, god damn, I hope he is going to be the man tonight.
A great wrestling display. There will be no outside interference, we hope. Logan has put together a murderer's row. Tim Spriggs, Bro Keller, Dog Nation, all of whom have won their last matches. Literally
Bridge up by Rhett.
And really fighting for it. Logan forced it down.
It's Rhett's ribs. Rhett's ribs.
Rhett said those ribs were 100%. I've broken a rib or 2 in my day. Ribs don't heal in 2 weeks' time. They don't. I don't care what exercise you know. I don't care how many abs you got, right? Ribs don't. And ribs are something like, it's not like you broke your hand so you can get by not using it, whatever. Like, you got to breathe. It hurts when you breathe.
That was Rhett's match against the incredibly dominant Moses that led to those bruised, maybe worse ribs.
Brent Albright dislocated one of my ribs in 2006. To this day, I have never been the same. So, rib injuries can play a major factor in this match.
And I mean, it's already showed its ugly little face a little bit. Now let me show a little love for Logan, right? You talked about how great he is and blah, 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 down in Virginia area. But Logan isn't a guy who showed up day one great, as much as he might tell you that, right? I watched Logan work his way up the ranks. I seen the work he put in, going from just a scraggly little kid showing up one day, right, doing what he needed to do to get the eye of some local promoters, right? I've seen the work he puts in. He's a gym rat. He's a cardio beast, right? He's always at training. He's always working hard. He's always getting better. Sometimes I feel like that gets lost in the shuffle with all the underhanded tactics, but then again, like, that's a smart choice in professional wrestling. You see these guys who use those tactics, and you see it pay off all the time. Old school head scissor, I love it. He keeps it locked in.
That's right.
Those powerful thighs.
In every single match that they have had, Logan, Easton, Laroux. Oh, there is Logan using that rope break, which is totally legal here.
Ring awareness.
Logan, Easton, Laroux has used every violation at his disposal in every match except the one he considered a tune-up against David Moses. No one on the Fight roster has used the rule set to his advantage more than Logan, Easton, Laroux. Another statistic, Rhett Titus has used the dropkick successfully to knock out an opponent 80% of the times that he has hit it here in Fight Pro.
That is a high percentage.
That is an insane percentage.
Logan should have came out with like a catcher's mask on. Would that be allowed? Probably not.
I don't think so, no. But if I'm Logan, Easton, Laroux, I am doing everything in my power to avoid that drop kick. And if I am Rhett Titus, I know that I will receive at least 3 rule-breaking violations at my expense, and I have to fight through it because there is no recourse for the first 3.
But in his defense, did he make the rules?
Logan?
No.
Rhett
Yeah,
did.
Logan. Yeah,
we
no,
don't
none
know.
of
I mean,
these
that's
guys
the
did.
thing. We
Right.
don't know how much influence Logan had in all of this.
I guess that's a good point. I didn't think he really had any influence on the rules. Maybe he did. But
think
one
that
way
is-
or another, the rules are the rules and the facts are the facts, and Logan's the guy using them to his advantage. You can't blame him for it.
Rhett Titus not exiting the ring of his own power and not even ending all the way on the floor. As these two have been going.
Look at Rhett's labored. He is labored getting up there.
And Rhett Titus, for the
That's a
first
warning.
time, just left the ring on his own power.
How about that?
Titus has been
Ooh.
receiving a warning.
So Rhett now receiving his second warning
5
ever.
minutes elapsed. 40 minutes remaining.
A Cheshire grin emerging over the face of Logan Easton Laroux, and he may have just realized a new strategy. If he can get Rhett to make mistakes, he doesn't have to beat Rhett. Rhett will beat himself.
Albert Einstein of pro wrestling, Logan Easton Laroux.
I was mentioning this before. At the M3, Broke Keller, victorious. Tonight, Tim Spriggs, victorious. Dog Nation, victorious. We are looking at a clean sweep, potentially, for the privileged. You said it earlier, Pelly. What is the most dominant force in Fight? The only unstoppable one?
Right now, it looks like
The Goons.
privileged.
Oh,
Hey.
we weren't on the same page
No,
there.
we aren't. I don't know anything about the Goons.
Beautiful bridge by Rhett Titus, but are those ribs going to hold up?
Oh, there you all right, he got it. He fought through it. It sounded painful, but he made it. Oh!
Say, those ribs looked all right there.
Not able to get the full muscle over. And
Look at
Logan
that.
Easton Laroux all the way across the ring.
With the thighs that hypnotize.
We got him locked up.
Logan's going for a ride. Ooh.
Ooh! Mr. My Ribs Are Okay does not look quite all right.
Yeah.
Well, what was he supposed to do, Avery? Not take the match?
Like
No,
a-
but we asked him earlier in the interview.
What was he supposed
said,
to
"Yo."
say? Oh, yeah, my ribs are fine. Logan, hit them, please.
I mean, dude's going to find out anyways.
You mask it as much as possible. No, do not sell that.
My mom taught me not to lie.
And yet, you turned out the way you did.
Yeah, honest, stand-up individual.
Rhett Titus has been issued his first violation.
I missed it. What'd he do?
for holding the tights of his opponents.
Rhett
That's
Titus.
it. Oh, hold on. Hold
Rhett
on.
Titus.
He-
That is the first violation Rhett has experienced the entire season.
I don't know if I agree with Mitch Franklin's decision there for a violation.
Somebody better check the pockets of Mitch Franklin. You might find a couple Ben Franklins in there.
Rhett's a little off his game right now. He went for that drop kick out of desperation. Logan had it well scouted and was waiting for it.
So what you're starting to see here a little bit is a result of, right, this room. It is very hot in here. These fellas are extra sweaty. You keep seeing them slipping and sliding all over the place. And that, again, changes the mindset in a match, right? There are
Avery is also underselling it. Just so that you are here, I want you to know, I have lost my body weight. And I have a friggin' big body weight. Like, we're talking.
You look slimmer. You slimming down?
Yeah, I am slimming down because I sweated
today,
all out today. I have lost 260 pounds of water over the course of this event.
I ain't even sweating, but that's me.
Well, you're in shape. Rhett Titus also in shape along with Logan Easton Laroux. These two definitely the athletes here in the division geared most to go the distance in this 45-minute time limit match.
And that's why they're here. That's how they got here, right? They outworked everybody in the locker room.
In every way. Mentally, physically, whatever the means, they
Financially?
do. For sure, Logan.
Hey, if you got it, flaunt it, baby.
He does. I mean, he has really built a team around himself. His personal Brazilian Jiu-Jitsu coach is Tim Spriggs. Think about that.
Right now he finds himself in a headlock. He could use a little bit of that BJJ to get himself out of here. But he used a little old-fashioned pro wrestling, him with a flipper, little shoulder tackle in the corner. Up and over.
Rhett Titus with that headlock, showing why he is the professional. And now
Wait a minute, we're on the ropes here. We're on the
really
ropes.
fighting for it. And Logan Easton Laroux doing a great job of attacking those injured ribs.
Yeah. Well, cat's out of the bag now.
Logan got the memo, and that was not a violation. He let go before the 5. The referee, Mitch Franklin, is maybe the only official in this building that I think is above reproach. No knock on our other referees. I just know that Mitch Franklin has been so disappointed in the actions of the privileged, believes so much in the spirit of Fight Pro Wrestling. He personally demanded that he referee this match.
I'm kind of curious what the odds would have been on Rhett receiving a violation before Logan in this matchup. Like, you put $20 on that, you probably got $1,000 in your pocket.
I'll tell you
right
what,
now.
yeah. What's FanDuel?
Yeah, little DraftKings.
Yeah.
We don't have any of those
we allowed to
sponsors,
say
by the
that
way.
on
No,
IWC?
we have.
Yeah.
They're already making enough money. That's all right.
And Logan, with his very first warning, closed fist right across the face to Rhett Titus. You know, it was weeks that Logan said, Rhett, you will never get your hands on me. Logan did everything in his power not to have this fight, including forfeiting a match against Rhett Titus, his only loss this season, just so that instead he could basically cash in his favor with Nana to become the premier fighter in a underhanded attack, a last-minute cash-in, one might say, on Victor Benjamin.
Some people could say maybe, he was afraid of Rhett, didn't want to get in the ring with Rhett. Other people could say, look, he knew one way or another it was going to be him and Rhett here on this day fighting for this title, right? I don't want to give up anything to Rhett. I don't want to let him know what tricks I got up my sleeve.
And immediately with that Dragon Sleeper, we have seen a viciousness to Logan Easton Laroux this season. It was really on display in that match against Matt Quay, and he has kept that up, this sadism that we are now seeing from the champion of the 1%, maybe the very first fight premier hybrid champion.
Yeah, driving a double axe handle into the ribcage of Rhett there. And that it's taking its toll, as you can see.
Right back
Kitchen
to the ribs.
sink.
Right back to the ribs. I like before he used that Dragon Sleeper just for a second, just as a tool to just start throwing clubs at the ribs.
Yeah, it's exactly what he did.
Back cover, far leg hooked, but not enough pressure on the shoulders. Maybe hoping that the amount of pressure that Rhett would have to use in that core just to kick out too much pain with those ribs.
If I'm Logan right now, I'm wrapping those arms right around the rib cage.
Bear hug. Oh,
Nope.
man. Oh, a little abdominal stretch.
Yeah.
Pretty close to what you said, Pelly.
So I used to use this all the time. Then I'll take my middle finger knuckle right there, and I'd stick it out, and I'll just stick it right in his ribs and grind that bad boy in. There's nothing he can do about it. Does he got his foot hooked? Let's see. Nah, he's got to get that foot hooked right now.
Yeah.
Without that foot being hooked, this hold's not going to be as painful as it possibly could be.
Especially with those thighs of Rhett, too. Logan's actually in a dangerous position here. If Rhett can get some leverage, forget about it. There you go.
Big hip toss. A moment's reprieve for Rhett Titus.
He just mule kicked his nose off. My man's going to be looking like a Mr. Potato Head with no nose on it after that kick right there.
Perfect positioning.
He knocked him in. That might be a KO.
Certainly Logan thinks so.
Oh, Rhett's up! And Rhett's angry.
Here we go.
Rhett feels disrespected. I mean, Rhett has spent a career feeling disrespected, and he has always met it with a smile. No more Pelly. That's what you were talking about, right?
Yeah.
Is tonight the different? What are you seeing out of Rhett Titus? Wait, Logan may put him away.
No, that's not going to do it.
What are you seeing out of Rhett Titus that is different than the Rhett we have seen before?
Well, getting kicked in the mouth just woke the young man up, I think, finally. I think, honestly, I don't think Rhett really understood the full gravity of what's at stake here up until he got kicked in the mouth right there. I think he's got to weather the storm right now. He's got to assess the situation, but I think his head is finally on his shoulders within these last 45 seconds.
And maybe that was the problem, right? This is a lot of pressure. You're talking about how Rhett's been overlooked for years, and this is his big opportunity. Like, mentally, when that opportunity presents itself, you've got to be ready for it.
Yeah.
Right? And he's obviously physically ready. But mentally, he did seem like there was like a little bit of energy or lack of something going on right here in this matchup. But like you said, maybe that kick to the face just shook him up, woke him up, let him look around and say, this is my chance. This is my moment. I either do it now or hang up the boots, kid. Like, you're not built for this game.
Finally, some killer instincts from Rhett Titus.
And Rhett Titus now, we saw Logan do that, but we've seen Rhett do this in almost every match. Basically, Logan was using Rhett's own offense against him. And Rhett struggling to try and lift Logan and instead shooting him into the corner.
Pelly, you've been friends with Rhett longer than I have. Have you ever seen him struggle to lift something?
No. Good Lord, no. Which really tells you how much he's feeling it in that ribcage right now.
And even that one he got, like, he didn't get all of it. Like, he mustered it. He made it happen, but...
And, of course, Rhett can't afford any mistakes. He already has a violation. That is the most we have seen Rhett deviate from the rulebook here in Fight in the entire season. Wow! Face wash to Logan. Whew. Didn't even provide the Fiji water for that wash.
And that's the Rhett I've been waiting to see. If Rhett's going to win this title today, that's the Rhett that's going to need to show up.
And now Rhett pushing Logan center of the ring. Great awareness.
He's grapevining the leg there? Was he?
He's got something all tied up.
Maybe looking for a submission. Is he looking for the Boston Crab?
Nice.
Center of the ring.
Nice.
Hey! And he got that bad boy locked in, too.
Yeah.
Ring awareness, center of the ring. He's got it pulled in, locking back right on that lower back of Logan Easton. Logan trying to get to those
thinking
ropes.
about tapping,
30 minutes remaining.
We have 15 minutes down, and Rhett does have to let go. Cannot afford a violation by holding on to those ropes. Logan now suffering in the back, much like Rhett in the abs.
Ooh, baby. Can you imagine the tension of had Rhett got his second violation in that moment right there?
It would have changed the trajectory of this match right now, I'll tell you that much.
Completely unprecedented. That's what it would be. Someone who believes... I mean, Rhett Titus does believe that this match is a battle for the soul of Fight Pro Wrestling. And
that's a closed fist. Did he see it, though?
It might have been maybe a flipper.
May have been over the head of Mitch Franklin. You can't call it... And Rhett Titus!
Oh my
Rhett Titus was in full view.
Rhett Titus has been issued his second violation.
Rhett Titus has one violation. This is insane.
I'll go back to the... I think it was a weak violation for pulling the tights on a vertical suplex.
For those of you at home, let me put this, if you're not quite sure, understand what it is we're talking about with these violations, I want you to imagine Game 7 of the NBA Finals, right? I want you to imagine Michael Jordan, he's down 3 points, something like that. There's about 2 or 3 minutes left, and he picks up his... What did I get? 6 fouls?
6 fouls, yes.
So he just picked up his 5th one, right?
Yes.
That's what's going on here. This is it. It's the grand finale, right? And if one little slip up from Rhett could cost him this match, and I'm cool with Logan winning, but I don't want to see it happen that way. I want to know which of these two guys is just straight up
How is
better.
Rhett doing this?
He did it.
Just a tackle, almost a spear to the back of Rhett Titus. We're seeing offense out of Logan we have never seen before. Fireman's carry position by Logan Easton Laroux. Is he going to look to turn this into a TKO?
Maybe it's Piccoli driver. Oh, is that almost like a go-to-sleep kick
right to the rib cage.
It's a GT ribs.
Go to Sleepy Hollow.
Logan Easton Laroux with those forearms perfectly legal. Just stomping those ribs and now applying a full body's worth of pressure onto Rhett Titus.
Those breaths are going to be harder and harder for Rhett to get into his lungs as this beating is going on.
I mean, obviously he's worried about both, but which one do you think he's worried about more, right? The ribs or the violations? Like,
honestly,
there's so much pressure right now on him.
I'm worried to say that I think he's worried more about the violations, which is bad because you worry about that, and the more you worry about it, the more you're prone to make mistakes.
Yeah, because you're not focused on what you do best.
Yes.
And for Rhett, that's a drop kick, right? We all know one drop kick can end this match instantly.
Right.
Anytime. If he can get the height, though, how much are the ribs going to affect the ability to hit the drop kick?
Height, extension.
Yeah, extension. I was going to say that, too. That it could really affect the force of the drop kick.
That was going to be a legitimate question for both of you as two men who have stepped foot in the ring and have had illustrious careers. Is there any part of Rhett's game that this rib injury is not going to affect?
No, like literally from the mental part to the physical part, from the offense to the defense, like you can't breathe. And like the harder, like the further into the match, you're breathing heavier, right? It means your ribs are moving in and out a little bit further each time, right? So the further this match goes, the more the ribs are just naturally going to hurt. And then on top of that, like Logan smells the blood in the water. He's just been.
Oh, wow!
Boom! Rhett's still like, baby, I can throw one heck of a clothesline. Everybody's down.
There you go.
That's the thing. You try and get base hit after base hit after base hit, but all it takes is a home run and you can win the game. Both men down. Mitch Franklin bellowing out the call.
Rhett needs to be careful right now.
If Rhett, for any reason, thinks that he should step outside of his own power, he is going to forfeit this match.
Rhett?
No, Rhett. And Rhett wisely does not end up on the ground.
Props to Rhett keeping his head in the game right there, not making that mistake that could cost him. Uh-oh!
And Logan Easton Laroux receives a violation.
Easton Laroux has been issued a violation.
Logan's first violation. He's used all of them before in this season intentionally. That was the first ever violation Logan has received.
Rhett caught him.
Rhett caught him! Northern Lights!
20 minutes elapsed. 25.
Usually after a violation or a warning for Logan, you see a cocky little smile because he knows it was strategic. That one, not quite that.
He
A
was
little bit of embarrassment, a little bit of shame.
He was big mad.
Rhett Titus did a fantastic job moving away. And Logan was trying to bait Titus into, at this point now, Logan's strategy seems to be just try and make Rhett Titus make a mistake. Get the forfeit.
I love that belly to belly, definitely a little quicker, a little snap version of a belly to belly, very impactful. But you got to imagine though, probably hurt Rhett's ribs.
What's Logan doing here with
unwrapping some of his wrist tape? And that could just be for some relief if he's experienced pain or inflammation, or it could be the beginning of some nefarious strategy. Either way is very possible with Logan Easton Laroux. We've seen
Logan's going for a ride.
No,
he might not actually.
He was.
Suck it up, Rhett. Let's go.
He was bought a plane ticket, but it doesn't seem like the flight is taking off. Logan, this is the hardest we have seen him fight this entire season. Truly showing that he does have the heart of a champion if it comes down to that. It's just the way that he got here that is despicable and dishonorable.
Rhett's good. He can't get up.
Rhett is so unused to not being able to rely on his strength.
Oh!
I mean, so much of his offense is thrown out the window right now. He's got to find his opening. He's got to hit the
giving up.
Got it.
Heart, will, and desire right there. That's a man on a mission. He's at the top rope.
Rhett Titus is ready to fly up and over.
Woo!
Oh, spear right to the ribs. Right to the ribs. Logan Easton Laroux is your champion. No. Go for it again. So smart. So smart. Logan is going to force this agenda.
He's just trying to wear Rhett out now, outwill him. It's not going to happen.
I honestly thought that was it. I was a little bit taken back, right? Because Logan would have did it fair and square, right? No underhanded tactics. He would have just beaten Rhett man-to-man, one-on-one.
1, 2, 3. And now we have seen Logan win mainly with 2 different moves, the super kick and the gentrification cutter. It certainly seems like he is tuning up the band to play the final note on the fight aspirations of Rhett Titus. Caught!
Now he's going for a ride. No.
I thought we all just sat here in silence because we were all just hoping that for Rhett's case, we know the work he put in. Like him or not, you got to respect what he's done to get here. In that moment, we were just hoping Logan's shoulders stayed down for just a fraction of a second more.
You just get caught up in all the energy. You get caught up in the fact that, you try and maintain some professional distance here at the booth, but you see these men, you see them backstage, you see them with their families, in Rhett's case, his wife, his kids, and everything that he has put into this business. And Logan!
That's a violation.
It is a violation.
But it's well worth it.
Issued his second violation.
And I'm not just talking in my professional wrestling career. I'm talking in my professional wrestling fandom. I've never seen anybody counter a drop kick with a straight right hand to the jaw.
On the money like that, too.
Just perfect.
But for the first time ever, Logan doesn't have a violation to rely on. He has always gone all the way to the end and won. This is the first time he's got no more tricks in the bag. It's sudden death for both these two.
Just scores with 2 super kicks right there.
That'd be enough to put away almost any moment. And that cutter, gentrification, and this one is...
That's not it. That's not it. It's going to take more than that.
How?
Tonight.
How does it take more than that? Pelly, that was 2 super kicks and a cutter. Those are literally the moves we've seen Logan use to win almost every match that wasn't stopped by referee stop it.
This is a different Rhett Titus tonight, buddy.
Somebody's getting devious.
Someone's getting to the end of his rope.
But I don't think it needs to be a different Logan. Same old Logan's going to work, right? He's using his violations wisely, except for the warning.
What happens to Logan if he doesn't win mentally? I haven't even thought about this. He has orchestrated every step of this just to get to this place. What happens to his psyche if he doesn't succeed?
I mean, he's going to be out a little bit of money just because, as confident as he is, the gated community is already decked out for the celebration. Right, the bounce house is there. The clowns have been ordered. The food's there. Everybody's ready to celebrate the title coming home.
This is a level of viciousness we have not seen from Rhett Titus before. Oh,
that's a forearm. That was a forearm. Oh, that was
too.
Oh, good God. He's giving Logan time to catch his breath there.
And Logan usually goes for that Logan line and slides out the ring, but realizing he can't, big boot right to the head of Logan, Easton, Laroux. Rhett calling for it.
Oh, he just turned right inside out with that clothesline.
Like a discus.
Oh, my God.
Spinning in the air.
Logan looks like a man possessed. And that's the smile.
Oh, wait! It's a drop kick!
And Logan stayed on the ropes. He didn't fall. He can't be considered knocked out if he's still on his feet.
He's tied up.
Oh, God!
That's it!
He's tied up.
Mitch Franklin! Make the decision. Make the call, Mitch.
The crowd calling for it. Rhett Titus has done it! And Logan Easton Laroux is unconscious. It's done. Logan Easton Laroux is done.
Bell. The man won. Rhett did it. It's been a long road. It's about goddamn time, Rhett.
I'm a man who can admit when he was wrong, and hats off to you, Rhett Titus. This one you earned, my friend.
Rhett Titus is the guy, the face, the champ, the man. He journeyed all the way from Enter the Fight round 1, and he is now officially the premier hybrid championship, and Ernie Osiris handing him with the hug. These three men in the ring have gone through so much together over the years.
Tell a friend, tell a family member, hell, even tell an acquaintance. Fight Pro is where real, pure, professional wrestling lives today.